Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught me this truth, that rule well and teach well. And also shalom and salutations to the brothers out there of the hopeful elect that are laboring in this work as well. All right, so I'm the brother Shaquat from Great Millstone, Montreal, back with another lesson, and this lesson is going to be a quick add-on lesson to the Elder Apostle Tahar's video, so I'm going to play it and then go from there.
I don't know what their argument is. I don't know what they're trying to prove. I will say this, whether you are an Israelite or not, because of Jesus Christ, everybody has a chance to the... So,
what you mean by everybody? What's that mean? That's why, hey, anytime you talk to anybody and there's a disagreement, you say one thing, you say the other, that's a debate. Every day in life, you go through debates. The Super Bowl, the end of the season come. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? And you have debates on it. A big fight. Who's going to win that fight? You bet on that fight. You debate on that fight. Why you think this guy's going to win? Why you think that guy's going to win?
Right, because, that's true. Every day, your day-to-day life basically consists of, for the most part, debates, man. You stating your opinion, right? And why you believe something is, like the elders going into, the Super Bowl, these different sports. You might bet on a particular team. You might have a debate with somebody, basically you're stating facts on why you believe the team you're vouching for is going to win. So that's a matter of opinion, right?
So whether you are an Israelite, whether you are Chinese, whether you are Indian,
She doesn't know the scriptures. When you deal with these Christians, assume that they don't know the scriptures.
Right, so this is the point that inspired this lesson, because modern day Christianity, they don't teach their congregation to go into the scriptures, and to basically have your own understanding of the scriptures. You see, because, most people just go to church to hear, to listen to what they want to hear, man, and are unmotivated to do the work of actually searching out the scriptures, man. They just want to hear what the pastor has to say, and they just want to hear testimonies and stuff, man. Basically, feelings. Majority of the majority of Christians don't know the scriptures, man. Why? Because they don't study. They don't go into the scriptures. They don't search the scriptures. But then you have the scholars, which they might know the scriptures. They go into the scriptures, but they might not have the understanding of the scriptures. The Holy Spirit was not given to them to have the complete understanding. They might know particular history and accounts, particular names. They might be good with geographics of the scriptures, customs of the scriptures. But when it comes to the completion, the complete understanding and some depth of the scriptures, they don't understand, So finishing off the video.
As soon as they got a book in their hand, it might be a 200-page book, put it in your mind frame that they ain't read the book. They might have read 2 pages of the book.
Right, and your regular church attendant, they don't really read the book, man. They don't read the scriptures. Those that go to the those that go to the churches every Sundays, the regular peons, man, they don't know the scriptures. They're just just following the crowd, man.
So the Christians don't know the book. That's why you think Vocab, he went to cemetery school. So he knows certain things, and he upped his game by watching us. He learned how to be a better debater by watching us. That's why he got Dr. James White to go against us because he wasn't equipped. So now he feels that he's equipped. And we don't even deal with that guy no more. We, you know, his little, with his little squad that he got together, they all left. They're all doing their own thing.
You believe in Jesus Christ and you believe that he died and that he...
All right, so yeah, that's the point of the video, you know. Now I'm gonna get some precepts, you know, basically focusing on the fact that, you know, you are to be your own inspiration, not inspiration, but your own studier, man. You know, you're to study for yourself. You know, you're to study for yourself because nobody is gonna do it for you. You know, just like salvation, you know, you're not gonna be saved based off of riding off somebody's back, man. You know, it doesn't work like that. You're gonna be saved because of what you done, not what somebody else did. You know, matter of fact, before I get that, let me get this. This is yeah, I'm gonna start here in the book of Acts, chapter 17 and verse verse 10. All right, Paul at Berea. Paul at Berea. This is the subheading of this account, right? So Acts 17 and verse 10, it says, "And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These," right? So speaking about the Bereans, "these were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so," right? So the church of Berea's mindset was that they searched the scriptures daily, you know, constantly. They were going into the scriptures. They were looking into the scriptures to see what particular men were saying was true, man. You know, basically gaining that knowledge for themselves and fact checking. You know, because you might have particular men that might say something, you know, and they might be making it up. You know, but that's not always the case. You know, some things that, you know, some men may say may be in the spirit, you know, like certain historical facts, you know. But if you really want to understand that for yourself and, you know, be certain of what somebody says, is you look it up, man. You double check what they're saying, you know. And that's how you level up, so to speak. You know, that's how you add that to your arsenal. You see, because the elder apostle Gabar, you know, something that he always goes into is the animals, you know, and the the animals, right? The monkey, the dragon, the serpent, you know, the owl, you know, which all those animals symbolize a particular level of understanding, you know. But you can't be, you know, the same animal. You gotta keep learning, keep leveling up, right? And try to be that serpent, you know, which a serpent is wise, right? You know, but the point I'm making is that a monkey is a regurgitator. You might hear something and say it without even knowing, you know, if it's true or not, which you don't want to be that. And the church of Berea was not that, you know. They would be on the level of a serpent, you know, a wise person, you know, to search out things and double check and make sure, okay, that's right, you know. So I could use that. I could add that to my arsenal, to my repertoire, and use that because I checked it out and it's true. And here's this, I can go to the source and prove it, you know. So that's the mindset, you know, speaking to myself first and foremost, that you're supposed to develop, man. All right, so let's go from there to the book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12. And it says, "Wherefore, my beloved It says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, right? You see, so you're to work out your own salvation, not somebody else's. You know, you're not going to be saved based off somebody else, man. You're going to be saved based off you and, the things you do to solidify your, your seat, so to speak. For example, you might get you might get an invitation, or, you might have a group of friends and they say, yo, let's go watch this game. Let's go watch this and this game, or this football game. But, everybody has to buy their own ticket. And if you don't buy your ticket, you're not gonna... You have to buy your own ticket, man. You have to secure your seat. Your friend's not gonna do it for you. If that makes sense, what I'm trying to explain, man. All right. Right. Even like dealing with basketball on a team. You're not gonna, win games and stuff if you're not fulfilling your role. You need to fulfill your role. And that could be synonymous with what? Working out your own salvation, man. You need to equip your tools, your skills. You need to sharpen your skills, man. All right, so let's go from there to Ecclesiastes 10. Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 10. It says, if the iron be blunt and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct, right? So if the iron, which the iron will be your sword, right? If it's blunt, meaning if it's dull, and it's not sharp, you're gonna work harder to cut things with it. It makes using the sword harder. But if a sword is sharp, it makes slicing things easier, man. All right, and you could symbolize that with learning, man, and studying. If you study, you're gonna be sharp, and you won't, work hard to try to, basically defend the gospel, man, because you know where to go. If somebody says the whole world can be saved, John 3:16, you know what precepts to get because you're sharp. You know what precepts to get to combat that because you're sharp. But if you're not sharp, if you're dull, if you haven't whet the edge, of your sword, then you're gonna have a hard time combating that. You're gonna have a hard time defending that point. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. It says, right, it says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Right? So you have to study to show yourself approved. Not the next man, but yourself. You see, so you won't be ashamed. Because you're going to be ashamed if somebody comes up with something and you can't defend it. You don't know where to go, how to go about it, how to answer the question. Scriptures say, be ready always to give a man an answer. Roughly paraphrasing, be ready to give an answer always for any man that asketh thee the hope that is in you. So you have to be ready to give an answer and to deal with any matter when it comes to the scriptures. If you're a man of the Lord, man, and you claim to be a teacher. And once again, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. But that's the mindset you want to develop. Searching and going into the scriptures for yourself, you know, to understand for yourself, man, to get that understanding for yourself. You see? Oh, scriptures also speak about the virgins, man, the 5 foolish and 5 wise. That, you know, the foolish, they didn't have that oil. They didn't have that understanding. But the wise virgins, they had that understanding for themselves. They, you know, they put that oil in their lamps, which is their body, man, their mind. You know? But the Christian church, the modern day Christian church, does not teach you to develop a mindset like that, man. To be able to, you know, analyze things for yourself, to be a critical thinker, you know. They don't teach that, you know, but this truth does, which shows you that this is the way, man. You know, it gives you more proof that this is the way. This is what the Lord is dealing with, you know. So, yeah, man, I hope this lesson was edifying, you know, Lord willing. You know, it made sense, this quick point I made. And until next time, I'm going to say shalom. Call halayim la Yahweh b'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.